Do you think that sometimes people are just like the right people but in the wrong seat?
Yeah, I think the right people in the wrong seat. I think not having the luxury to try enough things to figure out what the right seat is. That's a luxury. Like, I think we forget, like, to be able to be in a position where I'm at, where, yes, I'm coming from a perspective where it's like sports or entertainment. Those are the options, right? Or the perceived options, right? Like, I could have went to Job Corps and become a plumber or something like that as well. But the options that you think you have are sports and entertainment. The plan A was become a professional basketball player. That was really plan A.
What happened?
I discovered that there has never been an Armenian in the NBA ever. And I'm half Armenian. So half of my DNA is like, boom, that's it. It's a wrap.
Mm.
And shout out to my buddy Rufat. He says this. If you factor in the Kardashians, Armenians have taken more basketball careers away from the NBA than they've added. Shout out to Rufat. So,
oh my gosh.
When I discovered that, I was like, oh well, this is not in the cards. I'm 5'9", 5'10", sophomore year. I don't have the capacity. I was I am an only child in terms of me and my mom. I have a half brother and sister on my dad's side, and we're real close now. But as a kid, I wasn't a team player. I didn't quite understand authority because my father figure was gone, so I couldn't really function on like a traditional basketball team. So there's a lot of things. So I was like, okay, well, this isn't working. I got cut my sophomore year, and people are like, Michael Jordan got cut his sophomore year. Michael Jordan got cut his sophomore year from his varsity basketball team. He still played junior varsity basketball. I got cut from my junior varsity team. Okay, so I was already dabbling in music, and I was like, let's just do that. And what really did it was my mom. At that point, we're kind of like middle class now, or lower middle class. And my mom got me a computer. This is 2001. Yeah, 2001. And I was like one of the first guys with a computer with a little recording studio. And the quality was awful, but I was able to start very early with home recording. That was a luxury. Yeah. I was the only kid that had a recording studio. Me and like one other family that I knew had a recording studio. That's not even a studio. Like, compared to this, it was like it's like a PC with a terrible interface and like a condenser microphone, no pop filter. Like, and I would go and buy. I would go to the post office store, like the postal annex store, and I would buy boxes. And I would put boxes like cardboard, and I would break apart the boxes, and I would put them up as like a booth. Like, I built my own booth with cardboard boxes, and I didn't understand like panels. It just all sounded terrible, but that was a luxury that most people don't have. So like that, and then from that, I learned how to produce music. I learned how to mix a little bit, and then from that, I was able to learn video editing, and from video editing I was able to get a job at my church doing the video and the media team while I was doing music. With music, I started getting exposed to people that were doing music at a full-time level, making six figures or high, $80,000, $70,000 a year. So between meeting guys like Sho Baraka and Lecrae earlier in the process, I'm like, whoa, this is possible in Christian music. And then I also had friends that were just not like in the secular side of things, doing college shows, that were doing well, just booking secular college shows. So I'm like, I could actually do this. In 2008, 2009, this is before Chance the Rapper. This is before Russ. This is before it was cool to be an independent artist. There was no pathway. It was like, how the heck do you build an audience? This is before Instagram, right? But I had access to people that were making great money playing colleges, non-Christian colleges, and Christians who were making money playing churches. I knew so I had access and exposure to people. That's a luxury. That's a privilege. That's not some people don't have. Now with the internet, the world's a little smaller. So there was always these moments that I think in God's sovereignty that he positioned me to have these encounters with people that let me dream. And once I was able to dream, then it just, okay, how do I reverse engineer and develop the type of character and integrity and a skill set to become artist first, then learn how to become an entrepreneur. And then it was like, okay, now if I'm an entrepreneur, I have to objectively sit back and say, it's not about what you want to do. It's about what's missing in the marketplace and what problem you're trying to solve. And the truth is, we don't need another Christian rapper. Like we don't. We have a bunch of them. There's a bunch of them who are incredible. And what is the and I knew that based on my skill set, based on my experience, my life story, there was a bigger need and a bigger gap I could fill with what I'm doing now. And I still do music. Like I've put out music. I'm in the process of putting out music now, and it's fun, but it's not the bread and butter. And there's less pressure. I can hire people out, so I don't have to produce it and mix it and do everything myself. And it's actually more fulfilling to do it now. And the music revenue stream long term, because of publishing, is actually really lucrative if you understand how that works. Most people don't understand how it works. I happen to understand how it works, which is how I was able to quit my job in 2015 and go full time with music. So yes, I'm happier doing YouTube. It's less work. It's more fulfilling. I don't have to travel as much. I get to spend way more time with my family. And I think it actually solves some very tangible problems for people, which is what I really wanted to do initially. I really wanted to solve problems. And I was like, well, I'll do the music for that. But music doesn't translate the same for a conversation like this. Like I couldn't have, like writing a song about financial literacy, like what is it like? Oh, I'm debt free. Yeah. Like it's cringe, like to try to rap about that kind of stuff.
It's like Schoolhouse Rock kind of stuff.
Yes.
Hey y'all, we hope you loved this conversation. Here at Young Married Christian, we are on a mission to see a gospel-centered home made available for every single child in the foster care system. There are 400,000 kids in the foster care system, and there are 400,000 churches in America. Wow, that is crazy. This is absolutely a solvable problem, and we want to be a part of it. If you want to join us in that mission, text the word freedom to 833-370-1610.
833-370-1610. 833-370-1610.
I just did it.
And another thing you can do that is really helpful is to smash the like button on this video.
Smash it like Satan's face. Crush it like it's Lucifer's head.
It really helps us a ton, so smash that like button, subscribe to this channel.
That's it.
Smash the like button on this video.